life, there is death, and then there is me.
Hey everyone, On a Prayer here, and I'm going to be showing you the new champion Thresh. And he's actually a really interesting champion. Riot considers him to be a support and semi-jungler, but I actually think he's really good if you build straight damage on him. I'm going to tell you why. But first off, passive ability is called Keeper of Lost Souls. Basically means that he's going to collect souls that are dropped by champions and minions. Now minions in lane don't always drop souls. It's actually randomly done. I tested it and there's no fixed way that they drop souls. So when you pick it up, the value of the soul that you pick up actually it shows you on a buff. It's going to give you 1 MR, 1 armor, and 1 ability power for the soul that you pick up. The amount actually goes down the more souls you pick up, so it's going to decrease as the game goes on, and eventually it'll reach a point where you gain 0.5 of each of those stats for every soul you pick up. The Q is going to be Shackle. It's basically got a passive and an active spell. The passive is going to be 0 to 165 damage on each hit, and it builds up when it's not attacking. So if you think of Ashe's passive, the more you don't attack, the more damage it builds up, and then you deal bonus magic damage on the next auto attack. It's equal to your total souls collected plus a percentage of your attack damage, and at level 5 it's going to be 200% of your attack damage. The active is going to be a grab, and basically you throw out your Scythe. As you can see, he's holding it in his hand, and if you latch on to an enemy, it can hit a champion or a minion or a neutral. They're going to be pulled towards you for 1.5 seconds, and within that time limit you can also pull yourself towards them, and thereby you can just get to them faster in case you don't want to spend the entire time having them be pulled towards you. The W is going to be Lantern Toss. What this is, you just throw out a lantern on the ground. You can actually see he's holding it in his hand, and it'll reveal everything. So you could throw it in a bush, and it'll reveal everything inside the bush. Also, it has a little radius around the lantern. If you or allies walk through it, you'll actually gain a shield for 6 seconds. I'm going to show you how the lantern toss, which is Thresh's W, works with an ally. You basically throw a lantern on the ground, and your allies gain a shield if they're near it. Also, they can use it to teleport themselves towards you, like so. There you go. And that works pretty much instantly. Really useful spell for escaping, or if an enemy's trying, or if an ally wants to get to you to help you out, he can just step on it and get to you instantly. I'm also going to show you an advanced maneuver that you can pull off with both the Shackle and Lantern Toss. You can use the Shackle to pull yourself over a wall to a neutral minion, and then your ally can actually step on it and then teleport themselves over the wall towards you as well, which is actually a really cool maneuver. Can escape. In addition, if you don't have an actual camp to pull yourself towards and you want to get over a wall, you can actually only use your flash and your ally can save theirs. You just flash over the wall and your ally could just follow you without having to use a flash of their own. Pretty cool stuff. The E is going to be a spinning Scythe, which is one of the harder spells to use at the moment. So spinning Scythe has a directional indicator, and in this rectangular block, you'll basically either push or pull enemy minions or enemy champions away from you or towards you, and it slows on top of that. Now the tricky part about your E is that, think of it wherever your mouse is. If your mouse is facing in front of you, they're going to be pushed towards you. If it's behind you, they're going to be pushed behind you, and then again for the sides. Now the tricky part is you don't actually want to use it. You don't actually want to go like this, do it in front of you, and then turn it around. It's going to take too long. So basically, if you want to use it, just put your mouse exactly where you want to go, and then you'll just be able to cast it right away instead of having to manipulate the spell. And the ultimate is the box. As you can see, it has walls that are generated around you, creates a spectral prison, and enemy champions that walk through it are going to be slowed by 99% and take damage. This actually is not as good as it seems, because when one person walks through it, the wall breaks, and subsequent champions that walk through it only take half the damage that the original one took. So it's not as good as you might think, but it's really good for the first one that you hit with it. You basically make sure that they can't get away. And flash doesn't work. If somebody tries to flash out of it, they're going to pass through it. Unless it works. It does work like Vigar's wall, where you can flash over it, but it's not that easy, because it's such a fine line around yourself.
Screaming won't do you any good, but it's music to my ears.
Gonna pull them towards you. Pull them the rest of the way. Activate your ultimate, and push them out of the wall.
You're falling apart. What to do with the